go, man. I'm so good on Claw now. Bro, it's been 6 months. I'm so much better, bro. Why did it all start? Days on end. Blood, sweat, and tears. We finally made it, boys. Every kill, every death, and every win was leading up to this very point. Welcome to the 6-month Claw progression video. I hope you guys enjoy. Yo guys, welcome back to the long-awaited video. In today's video, I will be going through everything I learned from my 6 months on Claw. From how good I am now compared to 6 months ago, to all the tips and tricks you need to make the change yourself. I even have a hand cam at the end, so stick around. There should be some timestamps on the screen here for where you want to skip to if you want to. But without further ado, let's just get straight into this. Okay, so 6 months ago, I made the switch from paddles on an Xbox controller to Claw. I felt like I was being limited, held back by my paddles. I felt I'd reached my limits, but with Claw, I could surpass and succeed greater things. Well, let's just say I'm pretty sure I was right, because looking at me now and looking at me back 6 months ago, I just think I've accelerated so much. It's just crazy. I've also not had really any injuries or any pains in my fingers, only very rarely, and that was near the start because I was using my controller wrong. I think what a lot of people misunderstand is the reason that, you know, their fingers and hands hurt while playing Claw is because they're not playing it correctly. I think that's the common misconception. Another reason why I think your fingers and hands might hurt during the first couple of weeks playing with Claw is because I think it's all to do with preference, how you hold the controller and how you get your feel for it. It all depends on how big your hands are and, you know, what controller you're using. So it just takes a couple of weeks to just get the feel for Claw and how you want to use it. After that, I think it settles down and it doesn't really hurt anymore. You've basically completely understood and you've learned Claw at that point, so it's fine. But all in all, I am so glad I made the switch because just looking back, it just benefited me so much. I've genuinely felt I've got so much better at everything, building, editing. I have a lot more control and over my movement and, you know, mechanics in Fortnite. It's just, yeah, it's been really good. And honestly, if I had one tip for anyone who's wanting to switch, honestly, just stop holding it back and just go for it. I was really holding it back for about 1 to 2 years, if I'm being honest, and just go for it. Honestly, yeah, that's probably the biggest tip for anyone who's trying to debate doing it. So, the journey, it has been quite crazy. When I started out, I practically knew nothing. First week and even first month, I was still kind of getting the grips. But when it got to that 4th and 5th month, I felt it just started flowing to me. It was easy for me. Claw became natural. And now, my mechanics, everything, it just feels better than I ever thought it would have been. And I'm glad I made the switch. Like, it's probably the best decision I made because I was always holding it back, but now that I'm here, I feel that it has been worth it. And I mean, you know, you can just tell how good my mechanics are by just looking at some of my montages recently. You know, I have basically honed my skills. It has been quite an amazing journey. Okay, now moving on to my warm-up routine. When I was first starting out in Claw, it consisted a lot more of different various edit courses and movement courses, but now it mainly consists of one edit course. So in the first week or so, what I would do is I would hop on Fortnite, and first of all, the first thing I'd do is free builds. I'd free build for about 5 to 10 minutes just to get warm, and then I would actually go into the courses. I'd do a Mongraal Classic map, and I would also do this edit practice course made by Raider464. Raider makes some really good maps. You should really check them out if you're first starting out on Claw as well. They really helped me, and I still use it to this day. I still use the Raider Edit course one. That's the only one I use today. But when I was starting out in the first month and week, it mainly consisted of Mongraal Edit courses and the Raider 464 edit maps. I would also do some aim training in the first week to month, but as the months went by, my aim just gradually got better, and I got used to it. I got used to the grip of the controller, and I no longer needed to do it anymore. So, all in all, that was my overall routine. From when I was starting out to here, it changed a bit, but overall, it did help me quite a lot, really. Just warming up, just getting on every day, and 20 to 30 minutes every day, I gradually felt and realised that I was getting better over the weeks. Now, if anyone is looking to swap and already is, I would definitely recommend some of the maps that I just said and put on the screen. I do think they could really help you. That is my full warm-up routine, and now we're moving on to the tips and tricks. So, over the past 6 months, I dedicated most of my time to practicing and improving my skills and familiarity with playing Claw for Fortnite. Due to this, I was able to pick up many tips along the way to help anyone out there who's considering the switch. So, the first tip is pretty simple. A lot of times, people ask me this question a lot. They say, do you have any tips for swapping to Claw? I always tell them just to stay determined, never lose sight of your end goal, because trust me, I held off Claw for so long, and the moment I switched, I just felt so much better about it. After that 1 week, I basically already had it down. I always had put it off, but up until that point, I'm so glad that I stuck with what I was doing. I stayed determined, and I didn't lose hope or focus. I was really determined to swap to Claw and become the best I could. So really, my first tip to everyone is to not give up. I know it's easier said than done, but really, I believe anyone can do it if they put their mind to it. My second tip is essential. It might actually be the most important one on here, if you want to become a better player and fast. I understand that when you're starting out Claw, you don't really know where to start or what binds to use. People tend to copy pros, but my advice would be to test around with different settings and binds. You need to find what's right for you, or you could be stuck with binds in a sense that you don't like for months. So near the beginning of learning Claw, it's good to try out different binds to understand what you like best. Moving on to my next tip here, which is just as important as all the rest, to be honest. And it's honestly just to practice. Every single day, you need to get on and you need to have a full head. You need to be ready to practice and get good on Claw. You can't just sit back and take it easy. So when I was first starting out Claw, I did a lot of different edit courses. These include aim training duels, because aim is arguably one of the most important mechanics. I also did movement courses and Mongraal Classic maps. Another thing I did was the Raider 464 edit course, the version 1. I did this practically every day along with the movement course because I felt piece control is pretty much really helpful. I feel like piece control is pretty overlooked these days because it's really useful and it can help you in pretty much every fight. There are many other maps out there. You don't have to take my advice, but really the rules I'd go with is as long as the map can help you in some kind of way that you're going to be learning how to edit faster or better, your aim is improving, your movement is improving, or you're just getting good piece control. They're kind of my rules that I go with, so as long as you follow those, any map really should be fine. And my last tip, guys, is to subscribe. Only subscribe if you like this content. If so, I will probably make more. This is just a small little plug here. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. Anyway, these are all my tips to really help you get better on Claw, especially if you're new to it, because I know that when I was 6 months ago, I really didn't know what I was doing. I went through this pain, so you guys don't have to. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Let's get back on track. Alright guys, so for the final part of this video, I'm actually finally going to be doing a long requested handcam from just some creative matchmaking. And I really just hope you guys enjoy. My progression from 6 months to now has been quite crazy, really. If you just watch this gameplay now, you will see physically the changes and how much better I am. I hope you guys enjoy. I actually did start off playing some arena, but it didn't go that well, and I ended up dying to a pro. So, wait, he killed you? What? What? Wait, that's a pro, I think. And so on that note, I decided to do some creative. And that, guys, is actually going to be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope I've inspired or helped anyone who is playing or learning Claw. And yeah, you know, if you like my content, like these type of videos, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. This video has been a long run in the making, but you know, it's finally here. That's all I have to say, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Peace.